Hey guys! Happy Tuesday. I don't even know if that's on me. I'll have to wait a minute and find out because someone just flashed, which means that Popo is up here somewhere. We just don't know where. Which is fine, because people tend to go really fast down this road. Pity! It's a pity busy street. It's a pretty busy street. So hopefully everybody has had Japan in their prayers. I can't even imagine what those poor people are going through right now. It's just awful. And I hear we have a supermoon on Saturday that could bring some severe weather, so some say. Some say it'll just be another full moon. It's just closer to Earth, and you really won't be able to tell unless you're actually able to measure it. So, I guess only time will tell. Alright, so I had this dream, and I'm just going to be bold, and I'm going to post it because I've had heartburn all morning. I don't know why. But it hurts. Okay. I'm just going to start at the beginning. A couple months ago, I was at battle. Not with God. I was at battle with two YouTubers on here. Under my other channel, actually 3 channels, and they were saying not so nice things, and I was replying in a not so nice Christian way. And then I had this dream of my father, who very rarely I dream about. My mother quite often, my dad not so much. And in my dream, he said to me, Kelly, it stops now. You were not raised this way, Peanut. Peanut was his little pet name for me, growing up. You were not raised this way, Peanut. Return to the Father. Now, I know what he meant. I knew what he meant by return to the Father. And that was a Friday night into Saturday dream that I had. So that next Sunday, I went to church. And as the pastor's giving his sermon, he's talking to the whole congregation, mind you, but he happens to lock eyes with me when he says, stop ignoring God. You have the Holy Spirit living inside of you. Now start acting like it. And I was just like, whoa. Okay, he pretty much picked up where my dad left off in the dream. And that's when this channel opened up. So I then do that God versus Gangsta video. Again, not sure whether I should post it. And last Sunday, a kid walks into service about 15 minutes late and passes many empty pews and many other seats he can sit by. Not that I mind that he sat next to me. I'm just saying he could have sat anywhere else. He was dressed in gangster style clothes. You know, the baggy pants, the hat. And he came and sat next to me. And I can't say for sure, but I know he lowered his head and he had his hands like this. And his head was lowered after he'd taken his hat off, and it sounded as if he was crying. Then after a few minutes, he lifted his head and sat quietly for the rest of the sermon. And when it was time to leave, there was only one way out, and that's if he turned and left the pew. But he didn't. When we stood up, he turned and he faced me. And he didn't say anything to me. He just was, like, staring at me. So I reached my hand out. I said, "It's good to see you. I'm Kelly." And he, very soft-spoken, I believe he said his name was Donnie. So he said, he took my hand, he says, Donnie, it's really good to see you too. He smiled and turned around and walked out of the pew. Then Sunday night, what I'm wondering is if he wasn't a gangster, I'm sure he wasn't, but was that Jesus saying, you did what I asked you to do, and here's confirmation that I did ask you to do it. But that Sunday night, last Sunday night, I dreamt of Jesus' return. It started out with a flood, which is not surprising because we've been watching about Japan. And after the flood came to our area, I looked outside, and up in the sky was a white horse. And I remember yelling to homie, he's coming, he's coming. We've got to get outside. So we ran outside, and everything was dry now. There was no more water, but there were thousands upon thousands of people around us. And as I looked up, the sky just opened up with this beautiful light, and there he was, you know, with his hands like this. And everybody fell to their knees, crying, Jesus has returned. He is returned. And then upon that, he put his arms down towards the earth, which shone light, well, I guess through light, upon the earth. And anybody that lit up with his light, I guess, I can't describe it, whoever was penetrated by the light and lit up were the ones that were lifted. They started going up to him. And in the dream, I don't know if I lit up, but I know I started to float. I was floating up, and then I woke up. And I can't tell you how real that dream was, so much so that when I woke up, I was disappointed. Because I thought he had come back. And it's still playing with me today. You know, I sent an email to my Aunt Jackie, called my sister-in-law, you know, got in touch with Gorilla, who you, I guess he had a dream of Jesus too, so yeah, I went to him because I'm trying to understand it. It has to mean something, and I just aggravated that I can't figure out what it is he's trying to tell me. Aside from he's telling me I am coming back. That I know. I get that part. But did it mean anything else? I don't know. So, if you guys have any ideas, let me know, because it was a pretty intense dream. Pretty intense. Okay. I am off to work yet again. Another glorious day. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.